Does it explain all the things we already know? Does it come up with new things that we don't know, which then we find out later are true? And the other two things are, does it have very few assumptions? More assumptions are just like wild cards. You have enough assumptions, you can prove anything. If your theory has 20 assumptions, well, you can have pink elephants, flying. That's one of my assumptions. And, it's all caused by pink elephants that fly. So you have to have very few assumptions, and it has to be simple and elegant, because fundamental truths are all, that's Occam's razor, they're all simple and elegant. Well, this model, once you understand it, it's simple and elegant. Everything. It is a theory of everything, and it really does that. Not only is it a theory of everything, but it creates a whole new science, a whole new objective viewpoint of not only the objective world, a new physics, but it produces a whole another science of the science of the subjective. You want to know why you're struggling and why you're unhappy and what the problems are. One other point let me make is this model is a very good model because it has just one assumption: consciousness exists. It's the only assumption it has. Everything else I derive logically, deductively, ends up here. Now, this model, at first look, you say, well, physics models are all full of math. They're highly mathematical. Right? General relativity is very mathematical. That's not the kind of model this is. It turns out you don't need mathematics for good science. What you need for good science is logic. Mathematics is simply one form of logic. It's the logic of quantity. That's it. That's mathematics. All of mathematics is just the logic of quantity. And there's really not even that many, lemmas or propositions. It's just a few, like 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2. There's a couple of those things in arithmetic. All the rest of it is just logic. So you have the logic of quantity, because in a computed reality, a lot of quantities are computed. That's why physics has the ability to model reality with equations, is because it's modeled with equations to begin with. Okay, so anyhow, you can also have logical models. Models, let's say, that have the logic of relationship rather than the logic of quantity.